Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2021 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic crossbreed as always, and I also pulled an Oracle card and a Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. So let's do that. Alright, so we have Leo energy, so that's your 10th house of career, social status. Mars will be moving in there, I think, right around the middle of June. We have 3, so that's your house of communication, short journeys, siblings. And of course, as far as communication goes, we're going to have Mercury retrograde in Gemini, which is your 8th house, which is the house you guys naturally rule, so you might actually feel that significantly this month as well. And we have Neptune, so that's actually in Pisces right now, which is your 5th house of romance, creativity, children. So that's what we have with the dice. Now moving on to the main spread. We have, in the main situation, the 6 of Cups. So this is actually Scorpio energy here, and usually I refer to this as the being the bigger person energy, as far as we see, the person who looks like they're bigger within the artwork is extending that cup to the other person. This can point to reconciliation sometimes as well, which of course is another thing that could happen quite often during Mercury retrogrades. But here, what I'm picking up on this more than anything for you guys is this is actually you guys extending some love to your inner child, so maybe looking at some wounds that you guys might have been holding on to for a long time and actually, trying to put those behind you. All right, in the challenger obstacle position, we have the 10 of Swords. So this is Gemini energy here, and to me this points to, this is probably things that you have held on to for a really long time. So whether this is a physical reconciliation with another person, or again, like I said, I feel like for more of you, it's more of pointing to you guys giving some love to your inner child. I feel like this is saying that this was long overdue anyway. Something that you've probably given a lot of thought about. Maybe you just caught yourselves in a repetitive thought cycle around the situation as well. But I feel like this is saying that this is finally coming to an end for you guys. Now, that can be due to a few different things. Again, like I said, the Mercury retrograde taking place in your 8th house, so that could have you looking at some deep things. Not to mention that new moon eclipse that'll be taking place in there too. We're going to have that full moon eclipse toward the end of May, actually. That's going to be in the early degrees of Sagittarius, so for some of you, that could actually be hitting close to your placements as well. So it could be any of those things. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is actually the court card for Cancer energy, and that's actually your 9th house. And so currently we do have Mars in that sign. So maybe that's part of what's bringing it out for you guys, because 9th house matters could relate to philosophy, higher learning, and whatnot. So it'll just be saying that you guys might have been looking at things from another angle, and probably still keeping everything close to your chest in the meantime, not necessarily expressing that this is what you were going through, but really just kind of looking inward for a while. Might have been withdrawing for a while, but that's what I'm seeing there. And now it's almost like, having that Mars transit wrap up and move out of there, and then Venus moving into that sign, it's like, okay, where you might have been a bit more harsh with yourself regarding the things that were coming up for you, that Venus energy moving in there might help you take a softer approach to it and a more forgiving approach to it. All right, in the past position, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is actually Jupiter energy here. And, on the one hand, you guys have had it traveling through your 4th house. So that's another thing as well that could really have you looking back at your roots. And it's actually just about to move into Pisces briefly. So we did see the Neptune energy there, which is in your 5th house. So could just be pointing to that shift, but since that's pretty much just about to happen and this is showing the past, I feel like this is more pointing to, things that have come up for you guys as Jupiter's been transiting through your 4th house. So again, like I said, I feel like this is stuff that might go back to early childhood for some of you. All right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, which for you guys is your third house communication. And we did see that come up with the dice too. But here I'm seeing this more of like one of those things where there could have been some kind of an emotional block. Like I said, things that you might have been holding on to for a long time. And now as you kind of clear those out, it's actually giving you forward progress in other areas of your life too. So some of you could just be saying that, if you've been emotionally blocked, you might have seen the ripple effect of that in other areas of your life where maybe, finances weren't as stable, so on and so forth. And now as you're finally clearing that blockage out, you might actually see tangible evidence of that working out in other areas of your life too. For some of you, though, this can be around communication too, where now you might have been emotionally processing what you wanted to communicate, and now you're getting to the point where, okay, you're more sure and stable as far as what you want to say, but you still might not be saying it just yet. All right, near future position, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy. So we did just have that new moon in Taurus, which is your opposite sign. So yeah, for some of you, this can be around a one-to-one relationship. Like I said, I still feel for the majority of you, it's more of a deeper thing within you. And again, maybe that's just you're seeing reflections of that playing out more positively in all your connections, but can definitely point to a one-to-one connection as well. And again, it's interesting to see. You see like the cup energy and the foundation and the main situation. And then you see like the almost mirror images of that as far as you go from the Six of Cups to the Six of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So, like I said, I feel like this is blocking, clearing the blockage in one area of your life and immediately seeing that improve other areas of your life as a result, too. All right. In the position of your influence on a situation, a lot of cards came up. We have the King of Wands, which is Leo energy. Seven of Wands, also Leo energy. Three of Wands, which is Aries energy. Four of Wands, also Aries energy. Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy. And also the Star, more Aquarius energy. So pretty ridiculous. It's like 80% of the deck, it feels like. But really what I'm seeing this as here is similar to what I was saying, where it looks like there's a lot of blockages clearing up for you guys. So this could just be saying maybe you had a very singular focus on what success meant for you, for example, given that this Leo energy represents your 10th house, like I was saying, which is career, social status, right? And anything that didn't look exactly like that, you might have immediately rejected it, You might have said, nope, it's not what I'm looking for, and kind of, really set your feet. And which can be good in certain scenarios as far as like, nope, I know what I want, and that's it. But could just be saying that, but even in some cases where you might have gotten that, you might have still found ways where you might have felt like you were self-sabotaging those situations. And if that's the case, again, especially like I said, given that you've had Jupiter moving through the fourth house, which is what Aquarius is for you guys, and Saturn in there too, quite frankly, could just be saying that you're finally putting that to rest. And like I said, that could definitely be just some things, fourth house, these could have been patterns that you learned from early childhood and just, never really broke those cycles. But with the Star, I feel like this is saying that you're finally putting it behind you. You've had the course correction that you needed, and you're actually going to be seeing that forward progress. So in a way, it could be like one of those things. Don't get me wrong, Saturn's still going to be in your fourth house for at least another year or so, but could just be saying with the Jupiter energy moving through there too, it might have accelerated those lessons for some of you, and now you're actually able to benefit from that. Not saying Saturn still might not give you a hard time, but I'm just saying it looks like you guys have integrated quite a bit. All right, and in the environment position, we have the Two of Wands. So for some of you, I feel like this is that energy of saying, okay, I've learned those lessons now, and now you're like ready for that fresh start, kind of, Now for some of you, it can be learning lessons and realizing that you do want to go back to something from your past, given that he's looking right toward the Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, right? But for some of you, it can just be a totally new start altogether. Maybe just looking back on those lessons and saying, okay, I've cleared my karma there. Let me see what's next for me. For some of you, this can be with another person as well, where, maybe it was just a timing thing where you guys might have both had some things to go through, and now you might actually be able to get that forward progress. And for some of you, I do have to say, with the Aries energy, we saw all that 10th house stuff going on. This can be related to work for you guys too, which in a way would make sense too, given that Sagittarius full moon eclipse we're about to have soon is going to be in your second house of finances, so it could definitely have an impact there too. All right, and in the hopes or fears position, we have the Ace of Swords. So again, I feel like this is just hoping for that clarity, that epiphany moment. It does look like you guys are actually going to have it. Some of you might have already had it. So for some of you, could just be saying that this is coming up as a hope, where you're hoping that you are seeing things clearly, right? So maybe you had the moment, and maybe you're even acting on it, but you're like, all right, I hope this is the actual, I'm actually seeing things clearly, and this isn't just, my mind playing tricks on me, which is fair to think that with, like we said, the Mercury retrograde energy we're going to have. But given everything I'm seeing in the totality, it definitely looks like you are on the right path. And in the outcome position, we have the Nine of Cups. So Pisces energy here. And like we said, we do see the Neptune energy. Jupiter's just moving into there for a bit as well. So could just be saying that you're feeling that true contentment, So, and like we always say, when you're truly content and happy and know what you bring to the table, that tends to bring more things your way anyway. So we would see the Ten of Cups come after that, right? So I feel like this is just the energy you guys are in. It looks like you guys are probably purging quite a bit, and definitely seems to have a positive impact on you guys. A bit of a molting process that Scorpios tend to go through from time to time. So some of you, this might have even started back when the full moon was in your sign, but that's what I'm seeing there. And the good thing is, bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. So more Sagittarius energy points to things coming into balance. And again, this might just be another indicator that if that light bulb hasn't gone off for you guys yet, keep an eye out for that full moon eclipse in Sag. That might be helpful for you guys in that regard. All right, and moving on to your oracle card, we have Deep Knowing. So there's the artwork, and the number is 43. And I mean, just that title alone makes me feel like it's going to resonate pretty good with this general spread, but we'll see. Okay, it says intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. The oracle's message. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into the sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. So interesting message there, and like I said, that could definitely be part of the impact of having the Mercury retrograde in your 8th house, which already could bring up deep things. That new moon in there as well. Like we said, it's eclipse season, so you could definitely be getting a lot of insights hitting you guys. All right, the relationship message says there are occasions when you just know, deep in your heart and soul, that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path, and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. So, pretty positive message there. Like I said, I wasn't getting a huge one-to-one relationship vibe from the spread, but if that's the guidance you guys were looking for, hopefully that resonated with you as well. And the prosperity message says this is a time when your hunches will pay large dividends. If you listen to them, take the risk, and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective, the energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. So interesting message there, because that almost makes me think of what we were saying as far as you can have Jupiter move into your fifth house, which could definitely point to creativity. So you might just see a spike there. Hope it resonated with you. All right, and finally we have a mudra for you guys. And the mudra you got this month is the Gada mudra. The keyword for it is stability. All right, it doesn't look like we'll be able to fit everything in the frame, but well, let's get its focus first. So yeah, let's leave that there if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to see what it has to say, and then I'll move it up so we can see the rest. Alright, so yeah, under benefits it says improves elimination and tones the organs of the pelvis, treats hemorrhoids and prolapsed organs, strengthens the Muladhara chakra, opens the flow of rising energy up the back of the body, evokes feelings of stability, groundedness, and safety. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of the mudra in the description video as always. We'll wrap up there and I'll see you guys next month. Alright, bye.